What is up, guys? This is Norton MMA, presented by the MMA Stooges. Links to both channels down below. Enjoy the video. So, Darren Till fighting Derek Brunson, August 14th. Great fight. Obviously coming back from Darren Till meant to be fighting Marvin Vettori. Had to pull out. Kevin Holland goes in. Vettori smashes Holland and now gets the title shot off of it. What are you going to do? Derek Brunson coming off a very nice victory over Kevin Holland as well. Kevin Holland fighting everyone that, you know, over the last 2 years, it seems. Kind of finally found the blueprint to beat Kevin Holland over the last couple of years. It's just wrestling. Take him down. I've been through this in a load of videos. I won't get into it on this one. But Kevin Holland has no ground game. Yeah, that's the gist of it. You can discuss it, debate it, whatever you want. But the fact is that an average Derek Brunson effortlessly held him down with zero control, and he still had made no effort to even get up. But as for Darren Till versus Derek Brunson, I love this fight. It's a really nice fight, actually. Darren hasn't fought in a hot minute since Robert Whittaker, which was a seriously impressive fight in my opinion for Darren Till. Now, a lot of people were high on Darren Till. He got sped to a title fight at welterweight, which most British fans are going, why is he getting a title fight so quick? You know, when you go from beating Amari and Vilakovic and then all of a sudden you jump to Donald Cerrone at the height where Donald Cerrone was actually very, very good, and people were going, what is happening here? This is a mismatch. And then Darren smashes Cerrone in the first round. He then fights Stephen Thompson, which at the time was, this might be too much too soon, and he beat Stephen Thompson. It was a very technical chess match, which I scored personally as a draw, even though I'm very biased. I love Stephen Thompson as well, but that fight was so even in my opinion, I couldn't split hairs, and you just have to call it what you see it, and it's a draw. I think the knockdown in the fifth decided the fight for the judges, but either or, Darren still won. Fought Tyron Woodley, got blown to bits in that second round, and you know, since then lost to Jorge, knocked out. I don't think many people saw that coming, especially as Jorge had been away for a while. You know, he did a TV show, came back almost rejuvenated, passion back for fighting, and you know, he got sat down in that first round by Darren again, and smiled, came up, read him in the second and knocked him clean out, and that was a scary knockout as well. He then decides to move to middleweight. Best decision ever for Till. He fights someone that took Israel Adesanya to the wire, hurt him a lot. Kelvin Gastelum, who is a solid middleweight. Some people say fat welterweight. You could, you know, all these guys that are at the top of the game are not massive guys in the middleweight division. You know, they could easily be in between a 170 and a 185 for sure. That 175 kind of zone, a lot of these people could be really competitive at. He schools Kelvin Gastelum. Now, I know the result says split decision. Go watch that fight again and you tell me what Kelvin does to him at all. He doesn't land a glove on Darren. That whole fight, he doesn't control him. Darren sets him up with everything. Tippy tapper, outscores him, gets back in the win column, and that's what he does to earn that shot against Robert Whittaker. Now Robert had only lost once in the middleweight division. How crazy is that? He's only lost once, and that was to Israel. Other than that, unbeaten. So he fights Darren. Now here, I'm saying to myself, this is a massive fight for Darren, but it's also a massive fight for Robert, because Darren still has the hype. He's so good at marketing as well. He's got the Bisping mouth on him. Obviously being from the north of England as well, not quite Mancunian, but he's Liverpudlian, so he's got the brashness, he's got the harshness, he's got the banter. And Darren won 2 rounds. Some, not me, but some argue a third. The takedowns for Rob, I think, secured that win. Before that was a very even fight, and Darren almost knocked him out again in the first round with that step-in elbow. Darren is underrated in my opinion, not overrated. I think that there's so many people out there that just see, oh, but he's lost 3 times now. Oh, he's not all that. He was dehydrated to hell in those fights. Robert Whittaker got knocked out by Stephen Thompson. All of a sudden goes to middleweight, beats Yoel Romero. Weight cutting can be so detrimental to your growth, to your health, to your brain, to your chin when you're performing. Look at all these people that step up in weight and they do so much better. It's just, it is night and day with Darren now. I think at middleweight, I think middleweight is his division, and you're going to see him bulk up over these next few years. He's still on 27, 28. I don't even think he's that old. He's going to be he's not even in his prime, and he's already this. You know, he thinks he's the best, which is the best confidence to have if you're a fighter. Flip the table, go to Derek Brunson. You're against Elias Theodorou, which is like, okay, it's a decent win, but he got cut straight after. Ian Heinisch proved to be quite a solid win. I'd give him that, because Kelvin just not went to war with him, but he went to a grind with him. Outperformed Ian Heinisch, but Ian Heinisch shows, you know, he belongs at the top of this game as well. Top 10 definitely. Then everyone writes him off. He's fighting the young up-and-comer, trains with Ronda Rousey, Edmund Shabazian, and he schools Edmund. Schools him. He goes, kid, you're not ready for the big leagues yet. Go sit down in the corner, keep prepping your meal break, and you'll come up. And then obviously the Kevin Holland ragdoll effect. He did get rocked though against Kevin Holland. Where do we see this really going? I personally see Derek Brunson, if he does try to take the approach of the Shabazian, he's going to die. Because Till, in my opinion, is the joint second. Him and Robert are the second best strikers in this division. Everyone is below Adesanya. And Till proved me wrong, they're below Adesanya. But the way Till fights, and even Robert said it, is so frustrating, and it's so demoralising to your brain in the fight. You've got to concentrate so hard. It's so exhausting fighting Till just mentally, let alone the physical aspect of being slammed by that cannon of a left hand. I think if this just stays standing, Till will pick him apart. He will pick him apart with that Muay Thai stance. He's got the snap leg kicks. He's got that left. Derek can hurt him. Not saying he can't. He can definitely hurt him. If Jorge can knock you out, Derek Brunson can knock you out. Derek Brunson ain't knocking him out. Derek Brunson got rocked and was scared of Kevin Holland's stand-up. And Kevin Holland's is nowhere near Darren Till's. Bear in mind, Darren Stewart was competitive with Holland on the feet. What would Darren Stewart and... Do you see what I mean? And Darren Till be comparatively? You have to give the stand-up is just far superior for Darren. It's so far beyond the realms of Derek Brunson, in my opinion. They're in two different categories of there are levels to this game. Cliche. I think Derek is way below here. He is the wrestler with a decent left-right. He's got a good 1-2, he's got a good overhand right, but he hasn't got great defense. He sticks his chin in the air, which is great for Darren. Darren does step back when he moves, instead of, you know, just runs back, I mean. Instead of using head movement as much, he has the more Muay Thai stance and Muay Thai strategy compared to a boxer's strategy, which is... And if Derek decides to wrestle Darren Till, one, he will not get a takedown as easily as he did against Kevin Holland. Secondly, if he did, Darren's getting straight back up. You don't hold Darren Till down like that. Darren's got an active guard. He does do jiu-jitsu, believe it or not. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean he doesn't have it kind of aspect. I think Derek Brunson's going to be in for a shock here. Personally, I've got to go with Darren all day, Darren. I'm really hoping he makes a statement and actually knocks him out or submits. I don't want another decision win for Darren. I want him to make a statement, to put his name in that hat. Israel goes, yes! And the fans don't go, okay, Darren's undeserved of this. You know, I personally thought he would have beaten Marvin Vettori. And if he did, he's probably getting the title shot based off that, just because of popularity and how the UFC works. If Robert can't make that date, hey, Darren's got to win. Let's give it to him. Big dog. So what do you guys think is going to happen? Darren or Derek? Make a pick. Leave it in the comment. Debate. Discuss. Tell me if you like Darren. Tell me if you hate them. Whoever. If you have enjoyed this video, guys, smash that like button. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Growing massively. It's great. Check out all videos. Share the video. And we'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.